Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another video episode on ForgottenWeapons.com. I'm Ian. I'm here today at the Rock Island Auction House taking a look at some of the guns they have coming up for sale in their April 2015 premiere auction. And while they don't have the legendary $1 million gun, they have the next best thing. And that would be a Krausewerke reproduction 45 caliber Luger. So a lot of people know the basic history of the 45 caliber Luger. DWM manufactured 2 of them for American trials in 1907. This is the famous pistol trial where the Colt/Browning was not adopted immediately, but where it came to initial prominence. It competed against a 45 caliber Luger, the 45 caliber Savage pistols, and a number of other less successful competitors. Well, the Luger was actually the number 2 gun in the trials, and so as a result, the U.S. Ordnance Department asked DWM to make 200 of them for further field trials, and Luger actually turned down the offer. They were looking at right about at that point, remember this was a 1907 trial, well in 1908 the German Army adopted the Luger as the P08, and so DWM had a ton of work on its hands tooling up and fulfilling a huge German military contract. And frankly, the U.S. Army was pretty darn small at that point, and it didn't seem like a real worthwhile thing to spend a lot of time and effort right then for what was a maybe shot at a fairly small contract. So Luger turned it down, and instead, Savage was contracted to build 200 guns for field trials. Now, there's some interesting lore behind what has come of those 2 45 caliber Lugers. There are, in fact, 2 45 caliber Lugers that are authentic DWM production that are still in existence in the United States. However, they're both a bit interesting and both appear to have actually been made around the same time but for commercial contract instead of for U.S. trials. It appears that the 2 guns actually made for U.S. trials are both lost or destroyed. What's interesting is that the U.S. required a non-standard 60-degree grip angle on the trials guns, which is evident and measurable in the pictures from the original 1907 report. But the standard Luger, and in fact both of the existing 45 caliber original Lugers, have 55.5 degree grip angles, which suggests that they weren't the same frames that went to the US trials. In addition, both of the guns that still exist today are chambered for 45 ACP. That may sound obvious, but when the trials were actually run, the cartridge hadn't been adopted yet. And what was actually used in the trials was a 1906 version of the 45 Auto, which was actually a millimeter longer than what we have today, what we consider standard, in fact what was later adopted. So the fact that these 2 existing guns are actually chambered for the modern 1911 pattern of cartridge suggests that either they were made after the trials or that they were rebarreled after the trials. One of them is proof marked and was sold commercially. The other is not proof marked and probably remained in-house at DWM as a trials gun. At any rate, both of those guns are well out of the reach of virtually anyone who doesn't have very, very deep pockets, and that only matters if they even come up for sale. In the meantime, what you can do is get your hands on a Krausewerke Luger. Mike Krause out of San Mateo, California is an exquisitely talented gunsmith who manufactured a very small number of reproduction, museum quality, might as well have been made by DWM, frankly, 45 caliber Lugers. So one of them, this is serial number 5 with all of its accessories, its nice fitted case, is up for sale in this auction, which is really cool. What else is really cool is that we also have access to Krausewerke pistol number 4, which we're going to go out and do some shooting with. So this one that's up for sale is unfired, it's immaculate, it's pristine. I don't know that very many human hands have even ever touched it. So we're going to leave that one alone, and we're going to head out to the range with number 4 and do some shooting to see what it's like to shoot the 45 caliber Luger. All right, guys, 45 caliber Luger. Let's give it a try. I've got 3 rounds in the mag. Locked it open. So if that looked like a lot of fun to you guys, getting out there to shoot what is, in some ways, the most notable, the most famous 45 caliber pistol ever made, well, this right here is your opportunity to do the exact same thing. You can leave it in its case, immaculate like it is now, or you could actually take it out and shoot it to your heart's content. They're fantastically made guns, and I think they'll do you well. So if you take a look below in the description, you'll find a link to Rock Island's catalog page for serial number 5 here. You can check out their high-res pictures, their consignor description and all, and have all the information at hand you need to create an account online, place a bid, or come down here to the auction and bid in person. So good luck. Thanks for watching.